Okay, testing. Gonna have to wait for the audio to come on here. Make sure it's good. Alright. Oh, come on. Okay, testing. Gonna have to wait for the audio to come on here. Make sure it's my audio down. Good. Alright. Give it a shot later. Okay, so we are finally back. I'm finally in Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I know it's, an old game, everyone's clamoring over God of War right now, but this one's been on my back burner for too long. I kinda got sidetracked with some, I'll leave my mouse cursor out of there. Got sidetracked with some Monster Hunter World, but I haven't really been streaming that. It's been a good time, though. I do have a capture card. I could have streamed some of it, but I haven't really experimented with that too much yet. I'd want to try that out, which also means I'll be able to get back into my Deception Dark Side Princess. I want to finish that up. Anyway, so no, this isn't God of War. I was lying in the description. Oh well. Although two games that are piquing my interest right now are Frostpunk and the BattleTech game, but whatever. I've put this game off for too long. It's time to get into it. Alright, start again. I could continue. I did do a first impression backlog death march of this way back in the day, but yeah, let's start it anew. Yeah, I didn't really get too far. I know the opening cutscene is pretty long, but for the sake of completeness, let us complete it. Had to double check my microphone, so I've been using my USB microphone on my PlayStation while I've been playing Monster Hunter, so that's why I was worried about the settings, make sure everything's working.
Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me.
I'm getting the binaural sound thing.
Nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
Sweet.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing.
He
knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing
I'm pretty sure there'll be other games after this one.
She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
I feel kind of bad talking over this one. It's really an awesome. Okay.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look. Up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you can.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
You see them? Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
Into the line.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Damn right I do. Okay, where to start? First off, when I first started playing this game, it was on my old rig. I've since upgraded, so let me go in here and fix some of the graphics. It's looking pretty terrible. Yeah, I'm playing in windowed mode. Quality. Yeah, let's try it on. Let's try it on high, see how it goes. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Ooh, that is pretty. Still, it's losing a few frames here. Let me drop it down to medium at least. Quality medium. Yeah. All this junk I don't really care about. Good enough. Alright. Much better. I usually go pretty low on settings anyway, just for responsiveness and whatnot. So, back to my other point. I'm kind of conflicted here. I know I should be, doing some more commentating on this, but I also kind of want to just drink in the ambiance, because they're really building it up pretty neat.
Look really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
Whoa.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take... Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Okay, as I was saying... Yeah, so while I was playing Nier Automata, that was another one that I really kind of wanted to take it all in, but I don't know what it is, just, you know, feeling like I need to comment over it, or... What?
They're coming. You can't do it. They're coming now. They're coming.
The darkness is coming. It yearns for life, hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
Yeah, that's neat.
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
He's in there. You see him?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost. Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
You'll never find him. They're called
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
coming.
Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Save it. So, back to what I was talking about. Not to sound like I'm, you know,
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she tell me?
not to say like I'm, you know, complaining about streaming or anything. I mean, I do like it. But one of the reasons I started streaming was, or sorry, this channel in general, was kind of forced me to actually get through a lot of these games that were just kind of piling up on my backlist. What now?
He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him. She's not going to save him. She'll never make it to
Oh
him.
my god.
She can't let him.
I didn't even try going this way the first time. Neat. Exploring. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about like Nier Automata. So, you know, I started off doing that when actually recording stuff first, and then uploading it in chunks instead of just going straight to streaming like I'm doing here. And yeah, it's just like the daily grind, because, you know, for like a YouTube channel, you have to upload stuff like regularly or like every day if you can. And part of that is actually, you know, what I'm looking for, because like I said, I'm looking to get through a bunch of these games, and that actually kind of forces me to, keeps me honest. That's how I'll say it. So that I actually kind of appreciate, but at the same time, it's like you end up playing the game just to get through it. I feel like I kind of sunk into that a little bit. Ooh, can I draw myself? To get into that a little bit with Nier Automata. It was a good game, but I kind of feel like I would have liked it better if I didn't have to work at it so much. You know, kind of like as a work thing. So I don't know. I think this one I'm going to kind of try to take it a little more laid back, a little more comfy, actually trying to really sink into the whole theme and ambiance here. But I am kind of, you know, have to buckle down and actually get myself to actually get into playing this, which is not a good sign. I know I'm a terrible streamer, whatever. I got 50 subs, so I can complain.
Do you know where you
The
are?
bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path into it. Let's see, shall we?
Oh, there's a run. Perfect. Neat. So like I said, I got 50 subs, not 50 million, so I can complain a little bit. You can deal with that. Oh, you know. How many people are watching this? One person, and that's probably me. So yeah, whatever.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Sweet. Trying to look down. Neat. So one thing they did in this game is they tried to really get rid of the UI interface stuff, so it's really, they're not really showing the controls.
Stop. You can't.
Just kind of gotta
You don't know
Yes.
where you're going.
I'm going the only way I can. Shut up. Okay. Okay.
Just drop down. What's down?
Okay, so X is sort of like a
Why did she
contextual.
do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Yep, here's the quest thing right there. Already did this one.
He's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just
Druth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Take a closer look. It's just
Oh, did not get set? Okay. Good. I really like how they did Drew.
It's near.
And you can definitely tell it's like a real actor.
Look towards the gate.
Damn.
And the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
go through it. It's dangerous.
Okay.
What's
Come
behind?
on.
Where will it take you? It's not safe.
There we go.
It worked!
Thought it would open automatically.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Yeah, oh, that's so slippery.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Bam. Like a mouse.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
So, never noticed this before, but something's always been kind of off-putting about her design, and I think, I'm not sure if it's, you know, if you look at it, she kind of looks like she's just kind of a little slumped over, which wouldn't really be if you're, you know, in like a physical exertion sort of situation, I would think. I don't know, maybe it's she doesn't really have a jaw, like a real jawline. I know she's, you know, it's different than the typical male hero thing where, you know, the chiseled jaw and everything, but still, it's, I don't know, it's not bad, it's just, seems weird to me, not decisions I would have made, but oh well. It's splitting hair, so it's not that big of a deal. here I actually start fighting stuff.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
Spawn behind me. Hello.
You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Alright, much better. Okay. Yeah. Then do some keys. Then I can... Alright. Any more? The kick is overpowered. Totally. Bam.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Oh.
She's ready. You ready?
Oh. Alright, the game is telling me you.
Watch out.
Yep. Scripted loss. Whoopsie.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
That doesn't really work. I know, you know, banging on doors and structures will work in, oh, there we go. There's some text. The rot will grow each time you fail. Yep. The route reaches Senua's head. Her quest is over. And all progress will be lost. I know that's going to happen to me at least
The hardest
once.
battles are fought in the mind.
And I'll have
That is
to go
what
back
Dillian
and
taught
redo
her.
everything.
With every defeat,
Hello.
the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Alright.
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Okay.
To Dillian.
To his soul.
Thinking
It
soup's
won't
gonna
open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she?
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
Okay. Yeah, fire.
Zurt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground.
Okay.
Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
So I forgot to mention it earlier when she was like reaching to the camera. Is this doing some
She
other
found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds.
metagame thing
Outcast. Was
where the
badly
player is
burnt all
actually a
over.
character?
She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
What is that one thing? I guess it's nothing. Am I going the wrong way? Am I going a righter way? Where do I want to go? Alright, this way is the... Looks like it's the... Oh, there's some objects popping in. It's like the special way, so this way probably has better stuff. Maybe. It's more interesting. There we go. Ooh. Just a Easter egg.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars, Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Okay. I do anything with barrels? Okay, and all of the other buttons that I used in combat do nothing right now, so. Come up here? No. Okay, so they're gonna have little outcroppings with little chatty bits like that. That's neat. Little face. Do anything? Speak or anything? The lighting on its speed, I'm not sure if that's just my graphics settings or what, but it is definitely neat. I could appreciate it. Some battle here. Battle area. Something. I'll try running around here before I approach the door. Do I? I don't know. Oh. Yep. Hello. Bam. Kick. Bam.
Finish this! End it now! There's too many of them. Find a good position. You let them protect you.
Bam. Kick.
The better fighter.
I'm gonna have to change up my attacks once they wise up. Burn them. Oh crap, like that. There we go. Learn how to do the counter attack too.
No, this is nearly the end.
Nearly the end. They do the double swing, that's where I got a problem. Okay. Alright.
I can still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Alright.
Focus.
Okay, there we go. Got the Y.
Find
And B. Maybe those logs up there.
Are they screws?
Oh, I think it gives you like weird. Approaching it. Oh, I see. Position this. Bam. Alright.
The path to Hellhand is sealed to the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
Alright. Oh, X. Open. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Weird effects, that usually means something. I need to go up here. I still need to go up there. It's almost kind of like a podium. I mean, this is almost like podium, as in, you know, a place where you're supposed to like watch a cutscene or something happen. Glitched. Let's go up top. See if there's something going on up there. Him. Come on. Game. I'm hitting X. I'm missing something? To set something on fire? To burn the wall down? And they do have these braziers pretty close to these wooden supports. I mean, that's a terrible idea. I don't think that's a lore significant placement. It's just the designers forgot that fire burns wood. For a minute. What am I missing? On game. Am I supposed to look at something? I saw the N and the Y, and I defeated the dudes. I'm thinking this is a glitch. Oh, there's a little watchtower over there. Sweet. There's the jobber-do. Do I go back to the other side now and come back here and it'll be fixed? It does kind of seem like this little area is supposed to be significant or something. Maybe it's just a red herring for the rune portion. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to say this is a glitch. Instead of actually having it sit here while I look it up, which I'm going to have to do, I'm just going to call it here. This is, it's only, about 45 minutes, but hey, I finally got into this. This has been sitting on my backlog for far too long. Surprised how long it took me to actually beat, it took me almost like a year to beat Nier Automata. I didn't think I started that one too late, and I found I was making good progress, but holy crap. I think I've got a few shorter games in my list of games to play. So, like I have said at the end of other games, I've got this bottle of whiskey, and I take a shot out of it every time I beat a game this year. The goal is to get through the entire bottle by the end of the year. So I've got some shorter games, so I can actually get through a few games. This one might be, this one was I think like 8 hours or something. Nier was like 30 some hours. I am still amazed at how long it took me to beat that one. Dark Souls was longer, but I managed to beat that one, but also had some help there. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to double check exactly what the heck is going on here. If I'm doing something wrong, or if the game's doing something wrong. I'm gonna run up here and I hit the button, mashing the button, but it's not mashing back. So anyway, so finally, let's cue up a nice dramatic pose here. All right, the brazier, completely different thing. Not that kind of game. Okay, that's kind of neat. So, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Finally getting into it. Hopefully I can get through it at a reasonable pace. Seems like a pretty neat game. I know it was reviewed highly, and I do kind of like the idea of a AA game instead of like a AAA game, because there are some good ideas that can be done with a AA game instead of a AAA game. They can really take a lot more risks. And also, you know, you get good production qualities, but they still have to restrain themselves. They can't just dump everything in there. And I think for a lot of games, it just kind of ends up being too much junk around, you know, their core ideas. I mean, some games are kind of built off that. I think the Yakuza series has just a bunch of stuff. But anyway, so Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, AA game. I'm looking forward to play this one. I will get back into it once I figure out what the hell's going on with this door. So, yeah, she's staring down the door right now. Real intimidating, like. Anyway, till next time, later.